Hello everyone, it's Carissa and welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my 5 most important girl boss habits. I have really been practicing these throughout the last few months to try to get my life together. I have been super stressed out because my life is extremely busy at the moment, so I had to find different ways to still try to be able to accomplish my goals, and these habits have really helped a lot. If you're interested in these type of videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and then subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. In the month of October, I will be posting a video every single day, so definitely stay tuned for that. And honestly, we're just gonna roll right into the video, so here we go. My first girl boss tip is to wake up early, but not only wake up early, but to also have a productive morning. Whether you're waking up at 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or even 11, you just need to make sure that your morning is productive. I personally have trained myself to become a morning person. I feel like I get most things done in the morning because I'm usually working all day. So I try to make sure that I get up early in order to do all of those things. But the morning really sets the mood for how the rest of your day is going to go. So it's really important in my eyes to really just have a very productive morning. I get a lot of emails answered. I apply to campaigns in the morning. I edit videos. I film almost every morning. I do a lot of stuff in the morning. But that honestly just sets my mood for the rest of the day. It really ensures that I am going to have a good day because I've already gotten so much done in this little amount of time that I've already been awake for. I personally think that if you accomplish things in the morning, it's really just gonna help you conquer the rest of the day because you've already done so much, so you can just keep pushing on or even take a break and not feel bad about it because you've already gotten a lot done. I know that some people don't really like to wake up early or their schedule kind of conflicts with that. So this is really just about being productive in the morning and just getting up early in the morning. Personally, I think a mix of both is really vital for me, but it doesn't have to be for you. My second tip is to keep your space clutter free. I have had issues with this. I continue to still have issues with this because I live in a very small space. I must say, when I come home to a clean room, to a bed that is made, my entire day just feels better. I personally hate clutter. I have really bad anxiety, especially when it comes to clutter. So when my space is clutter free, I feel like I am clutter free. A cluttered space is a cluttered mind, and we don't want that when we're trying to be girl bosses, okay? Coming home to a clean space honestly just sets your mood for you to be able to go to bed and wake up happy the next day, because if you have a really dirty room and things are everywhere, that not only is going to make you think when you're going to bed, oh my gosh, I have to clean the room, I have to do this, I have to do that, but you're also gonna start thinking about other things that you need to get done that you haven't gotten done. It just really makes you go down the wrong path that you really don't wanna be going down. Trust me, I've been there. I still enter that pathway every here and now. It's kind of cluttered around me right now and it's making me really anxious. It's not good. Thinking about all that clutter is just gonna prevent you from having the rest that you really do need, because we all know that sleep is very important, especially when you are trying to reach certain goals. You need rest in your life. And when you are worried about all the things that you have to do or how dirty your space is, I don't know, I can't deal with that. Even if you're not an organized person, just having your room tidied up to a point where you can at least know where everything is will honestly help you. My third tip is to plan smart. I stress in a lot of my videos how important planning is, in my opinion. I have a million thoughts going through my head every single day, and if I did not have it written on a piece of paper what I am supposed to do for the entire day, I won't get anything done at all. So although I think it's really important to plan, I think being smart with your planning is most important. I personally have made the mistake of planning out a bunch of things that I need to do in one day and being so overwhelmed with the amount of things that I've put on that list that I end up just sitting there having like a freak out because I can't even get any of them done because I'm too worried about getting all of it done. I think you really need to be smart with your planning and really limit the amount of things that you're supposed to do. Really think to yourself, how long is this going to take? How long is this going to take? Will I be able to get all of it done if I put all of this on my plan for the day? So make sure that you don't overwhelm yourself with things to do. Although it is very important to stay busy, and I'm really busy all the time. So when I'm trying to like plan YouTube or plan my Instagram, I can't say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make 6 videos today and I'm gonna edit 4 of them. That's literally impossible. That's not going to happen unless I were to stay up for an entire 24 hours, and that's not going to get me anywhere. So you really just have to be smart with the way that you plan. I remember about 2 Sundays ago, I had this entire day planned. Not only was it not going the way that I wanted it to go, but I also had this entire list of things that I needed to do, and I ended up doing none of it because I was so overwhelmed by all of the things that I thought that I could do that I ended up just having like a panic attack and sat there and cried. So that's what happens. I always plan out what I'm either gonna do that next day or for that current day, because if I don't have a plan, I'll kind of just think in my head, oh, what is it that I need to do? And then 20,000 things will come to my head because, you know, I have 20,000 things to do. And again, I'll get none of it done. So planning your day, not planning your day, just it calls for a disaster. If we fail to plan, we plan to fail. And that is so true. Whenever I don't plan, I just lay in bed all day and watch YouTube videos. Not gonna lie. My 4th tip for you guys is a very important one to me, and that is to make weekly goals. Every single Sunday, I kind of plan out my week, but not into detail, just kind of like an overview of what I am expected of myself to do for the week. And then I also have a separate page in my notebook that I make my weekly goals. These are just small little goals. Like for instance, last week I had a goal of taking my hair pills every single day for that week because I'm really trying to make my hair grow. I want it to be long, but I have to put myself into the routine of taking that pill. It can honestly be anything. It could be to drink more water. It could be to exercise every single day for that week. It could be anything like that. But you making those weekly goals that are really, really small is only going to help push you towards your bigger goals, because once you see that you can achieve those small goals, it's only going to help you achieve the bigger ones. But again, like I was saying in the last tip, it's really important not to make too many goals, because if you have like 10 things that you want to make for your goals that week, it's pretty impossible to do that much in 1 week. So you really just have to be limited on the amount of things that you do. For instance, if my goal last week was to take the hair pills and I took them for that whole week, then next week I can add another goal because I'm already in the role of achieving that first goal. And my last and final tip is to educate yourself. I think if you are going to only do one of these steps, this is the one step that you need to do. This is how I honestly have even made this YouTube thing. Like I really try to educate myself, not only on the analytics of social media, but just how to grow your social media, a bunch of self-care videos I've watched, I've listened to podcasts, I've read books. You literally just have to educate yourself as much as possible on whatever your goal is. For instance, my goal is to be a social media influencer full-time. I want to have the whole YouTube thing. So every single day I am watching videos on how to grow, videos on, you know, the analytics that are changing every single day on Instagram. I am watching every single video that is out there. I'm listening to every podcast. I'm trying to read books. You literally just have to take your spare time to do all of those things. In the morning when I am doing my makeup, I will either watch a YouTube video or listen to a podcast, because that while I'm doing my makeup, it's like I can kind of multitask while I'm doing that. So you really just have to learn to do that when you're very busy. Even if you're super busy and you don't think that you have enough time to do these things, honestly, you're not really going to get very far unless you educate yourself. It's not like it just comes to you. No goal just comes right to you and you become what you want to become like that. You have to gain insight on it, and you have to study and figure out how other people made it this way. The same thing goes for the self-care. Before I started to preach self-care, I had to learn self-care. So I had to watch a bunch of videos, I had to read a bunch of articles, I had to listen to some podcasts, basically telling me different ways to live your best life. And then eventually when I felt like I have achieved that, now I am preaching it to you guys. So in order for me to, it's basically like the practice what you preach thing. I had to apply it before I could preach it to you guys, but at the same time I had to learn it before I could even apply it. So those were my 5 tips, so those were my 5 most important tips to be a girl boss. I think that these tips are super important. There are literally like a million tips that you could use to achieve this, but those are just the ones that I have used in my personal life to help me live my best life. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys didn't see Monday's video, I uploaded a video on how to be productive even when you wake up late. So that can kind of mix in with what we were talking about today. I will link that down below if you have not seen that. And other than that, I will see you guys in Monday's video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.